We have with us Jason Stubbs, who is the state director of Georgia Students for Concealed Carry. And welcome.
Hi, thank you. Thank you.
Jason is here. He's got a table set up, so he's leading the charge for Georgia students. And a lot of people don't know that students, even though they may be 21, even though they may have a Georgia firearms license, they are not allowed on Georgia campuses to possess a firearm. And as you know, if you pay any attention to what goes on in Atlanta, there's an awful lot of crime directed at the students, and they are defenseless. So we welcome Jason Stubbs. And Jason, let me ask you, what are you doing here? What do you see here? What does the student have in this fight, in this freedom rally?
Right. Well, actually, where it starts at is college students. College students pay to attend college. They pay for a service, which should be the best service that their money can buy. Along with that, they pay for a reasonable amount of safety. They pay for the ability to be able to go about their business without having to worry about pressures or concerns from, criminals and things of that nature. A lot of people don't realize that the police do not have a constitutional duty to protect individuals. And like you said, I agree. A lot of people also don't understand that we're not talking about the freshmen, the kids straight out of high school. We're talking about the people who are already licensed to carry, 21 and up. They have a Georgia weapons license, and they can carry across the street from a college campus. But they can't bring that weapon with them if they have to cross the street and enter the campus. If they have a car, they can leave it in their car. If they're riding a motorcycle, where do they put it? If they have to take the bus, or in the case of people who live in Atlanta, they have to travel on MARTA, wherever they store their weapons. So we feel that, again, if people are already legally licensed, they've met the requirements established by the state, they've been deemed suitable by the state, why can't they use their state-issued license to be able to carry a firearm on campus?
Okay, Jason, thank you. So college students do have something in this a stake in this freedom rally, and I think one of the things that often comes up, Diane, is when you can't let these college students have firearms. I mean, drunk all the time, and all those kind of things. You can't do that. Well, I'm here to tell you, I am quite sure that Jason Stubbs and all of the Georgia firearm licensed students are the most law-abiding collection of folks that you can find. We know. Great question, Diane. Let me ask that of Jason, and then I'll just pass the phone to him. Jason, what Diane is asking is, why is this? Why do we have a law or whatever that prevents a student from defending themselves? And what are we going to do about it? What can be done to change this?
Okay, and that is a great question. From what I understand, and based on my study of history, a lot of this came about in the 60s. The Gun Control Act of 1968 and some of the later legislation, which before that time, you had groups during the protest era, the civil rights era, actually actively protesting at government buildings. You had the Black Panthers in Sacramento. You had other groups around the country who were abiding by the law and exercising their Second Amendment rights as well as their First Amendment rights in government area, government buildings, including college campuses. After that, there were a lot of, then you had the situation at Kent State, a couple of other things. And so, like any good legislator, just like today, when situations happen, they wanted to feel like they were doing something. So they passed laws which prohibited people from being able to carry on campus. campuses. You know, it was well intentioned, and at the time, you know, maybe that might have been, you know, the most visible solution, but it wasn't the best. Then you bring it to today, you know, and it's actually become a tool to, in some ways, if you look at the establishment, to actually increase the necessity of government in our lives. You know, because if you can't protect yourself, then I guess somebody has to, which means you have to pay for police, you know, you have to pay for all the other surrounding resources, further depriving people from of their right to protect themselves. But it also comes down to a mindset and mentality, you know, on campus. It should be safe. You know, people should feel protected. But, you know, with the general liberal mentality, you know, which feels that government should be for everything and people shouldn't have any personal say-so, you know, that's really the strength behind these laws right now.